Hey y'all, what's going on? Andrea Cannon here, and today I just wanted to do a review of The Magic or The Secret after I just recently completed my second reading of it. So this is the book right here. This is it. And it was a really fantastic read. And I promised after the first reading that I would get a review out to you, but I just hadn't done it yet. So here is my, review of it now. So right at the beginning of the book, and this is what really related to me about this book, is, the author right on page 11 says how she always considered herself to be a grateful person. She always was the person who would say thank you when someone gave her a gift. She would always say, thank you when someone held the door open. She would always say thank you when someone hooked her up with something, awesome. And I consider myself to be the same way. If you asked me if I was a grateful person, I would have said, yeah, totally. I mean, I write thank you notes. I do things for people when they do something for me, I say thank you myself. So, I always considered myself to be a grateful person. And this is that exact thing that I kind of felt with, this book is I've heard people talk about gratitude before, and I hadn't really ever I am thankful, so why do I need to do anything more? Well, gratitude is so much more than that, and I just want to give you a quick example from today. So I'm driving home from swimming. I've been swimming most Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays since about October, and I used to swim in high school, and I'm really glad to be back into swimming. And I'm driving home, and I'm here in Salt Lake City, and as you can see, it's pretty cold, snowy. People driving by, I'm sorry. Cold and snowy here. And one of the things that happens in Salt Lake City is this thing called inversion, and it's pretty gross. It's, when it's all air quality and everything like that. Normally I have a great view of the mountains on the way home from swimming, and I couldn't even see them at all. It was that terrible. And so here I am going, oh my gosh, how gross is that? And when I did that, I was like, oh wow, this is my trigger. I need to be really grateful for clean air and clean air that I breathe. And all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, this is really starting to stick. So after 2 months of, practicing gratitude every day, writing down 10 things that I'm thankful for every single day since the beginning of November, I'm finally, starting to see some kind of results that it's sort of sticking with me, and that I'm really beginning to, inherently practice gratitude in general. So I'm pretty excited to kind of share that with you. And I also wanted to share a couple other things that have happened since I started practicing gratitude back in the beginning of November. So the first thing is, she walks you through a bunch of different ways to practice gratitude. It's about relationships. It's about, your specifically your family. It's about your wealth goals. It's about your career, all different types of things. And one of the ones that she talks about is being grateful for the unexpected. And so, I was practicing being grateful for unexpected things, really not sure what exactly that means, but, really just trying to embrace, the whole nature of everything. And the very next day, we've been talking about going, to different places for our vacation in February. And all of a sudden, I saw somebody post that Delta was having a flight sale to Spain. I hadn't really considered about going to Spain before, but I clicked on the link and oh my goodness, it's for Delta hubs only. Well, I live in a Delta hub. That was pretty cool. So I'm in Salt Lake City. That's a Delta hub. So I clicked on it, and Austin's dates are pretty specific. He gets his vacation set in May for the following kind of school year type thing. So we really have to go on those dates. We can't go on the cheap days or anything like that. Like, those are our dates, and we have to take advantage of them. So I put in our dates, and boom, there you go. Our flights round trip to Spain were $450, $443 to be exact. That's crazy. I mean, that's better than me flying back home to North Carolina. So there was me being grateful for the unexpected, and then something unexpected completely happening the very next day. And that I solely attribute to this book. I mean, how incredible is that? Another cool thing is, being grateful for money. So obviously money isn't everything. Yeah, Tarly said it's pretty awesome, isn't it? I was pretty pumped. So, money isn't everything, but obviously it does play an important role in your life. And so I have had my 2014 state taxes outstanding since obviously 2014. And 2 days after the money practice, and, you know, being grateful for unexpected checks and that kind of a thing, there my unexpectedly, obviously I'm hoping that it would happen sometime, but unexpectedly my 2014 state taxes got resolved, which is pretty incredible because it's been taking how long for this to actually happen. So that was really exciting. One other example from the month of November that I wanted to share was I was traveling for work and I had an unexpected flight challenge that was going to keep me from doing a live training that I needed to do. And so I was like, well, am I going to have to fly the next day? What am I going to have to do? And, all of a sudden I was just like, stop, be grateful. And I really thought about it. I'm thankful that I'm going to get home. I'm really grateful for a safe flight. And so it ended up being that, just to make a long story short, I ended up not taking my originally scheduled Frontier flight home and instead took a direct flight on Delta back home and got upgraded. And so it ended up being way more convenient anyway. So these are all things that have happened to me as a result of practicing gratitude. And that is just, to me, I think it's really, really awesome and exciting. So, as I've done this for the past 2 months now, it's definitely something, we're coming here to the end of the year and a lot of people are thinking, what are we going to throw out for next year and what new habits are we going to begin in the following year? And so I just, would really like to encourage you to consider practicing gratitude as one of the things that you're going to do in 2017. I would really highly encourage that you consider it. And I would especially highly encourage you to consider checking out the book. I actually included it in the link to this live video, and I can also post it in the comments below once I am done with this. And I would really highly encourage you to consider that. It's something, for me, I've done it for the past 2 months, and it's something I'm going to continue to do every single day in 2017. Like I said, I've been writing down 10 things that I've been thankful for every single day since November 1st, and I really, really like this habit. It's made me really think about things that I wouldn't normally consider, being grateful for previously. Like I said, it was only like, somebody did something for me, etc. So I'm going to challenge you to practice gratitude in 2017. And if you got some value out of this video, I would highly encourage you to like it and maybe share it. And if you share it, I will enter you into a drawing to win this book. And I will get it shipped to you and everything. But if you share this video by the end of the day on January 1st, 2017, and so the end of the day is Mountain Time for me because that's where I am, then I will enter you into a drawing to receive this book right here. You're going to get your own copy, not mine, because I'm going to keep reading it. So yeah, go ahead and like this, share it maybe if you enjoyed it, and please practice gratitude. I am personally really grateful for each one of you, and I hope you have a wonderful end of your year and happy 2017. Thanks, y'all.